And welcome to Beckley Woodrow Wilson High School. Tonight, Video Productions presents girls high school basketball. It's Pikeview 3-1 taking on the Lady Flying Eagles from Beckley at 1-2. Hello again, everybody. I'm Maris Lowry with Eric Thomas, the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, producing and directing, and Jackie Moon on camera. Well, Eric, the last time you and I had an opportunity to see the Beckley girls team, they were opening up the season on this floor, and it was a 48-34 loss to Princeton. Since then, that game, they have split the other two games. They were a 64-25 winner over South Charleston, and then their latest game at Cabell Midland where they got beat 60-30. But good news for Beckley that they will have Josie Cross back in the lineup. In fact, Josie Cross did play in the South Charleston game and in the Cabell Midland game, but she was not available for that game we did at Princeton. And also Alana Ellis will also be available to the Beckley coaching staff for this game here tonight.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. That is great news for Coach Brian Neighbors' team. Anytime you can get a player the caliber of Josie Cross coming back, all-state caliber player, can do it all on both ends of the floor. And Alana Ellis is going to give them some much-needed height and depth, and that's all you can do with this, sort of young team for the Beckley Flying Eagles.
And, you're getting Josie Cross, who's a very experienced player. Alana Ellis has been battling injuries and hadn't played that much. But if not anything else, Eric, you're getting bodies where your bench can be a little longer than not have to go with maybe 6 or 7 girls. Now you can maybe go with 8 or 9.
Yeah, and on any level of basketball, and we're seeing it happen in the collegiate level, Maris, if you have bodies and you can rotate more, have more, fresh players out there, and that can help you in the long term during a basketball game.
Tonight's opponent, Pikeview, they enter the ball game 3-1. The veteran head coach Tracy Rayburn got another really good team. And of course, Haley Justice and Riley Meadows lead the way, averaging 12 points each. Eric, they're 3-1. They beat Bluefield 63-55. They beat Westside 46-42, and they beat Graham out of Virginia 69-59. Their only loss was to Wyoming East 56-40 at Wyoming East, but we both know how good Wyoming East is.
Yeah, Wyoming East don't like to talk about teams we're not broadcasting, but they went on the road to beat a AAA or Quad A team in Parkersburg, so they can compete with most teams any level, Wyoming East program. But this Pikeview team is very well coached, and this will be our third chance of broadcasting games, and they've always been competitive and scrappy a bunch for the Flying Eagles to play.
Yeah, I think we're in for a really good game. Sit back and relax. Glad you're with us here on Video Productions as we're here at the Beckley Auto Mall Dutch Miller pregame show. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Cracker Barrel, the good folks at Cracker Barrel with locations in Beckley and in Princeton. Cracker Barrel, the old country store, and got to have me some pig. And like I said, whenever I go to Cracker Barrel, it's not bacon or sausage, it's bacon and sausage. Love me some pig from Cracker Barrel. We'll take our first break and come back and get you ready for the game. We'll tip at the bottom of the hour between Pikeview and Beckley. We're streaming here on Video Productions.
At Access Health, we believe there's a difference between care and caring. We know you by name, and our 26 locations keep you healthy so that you can do the things that truly matter.
Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia high school athletics and our area student athletes. Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall, with 2 locations for your convenience, 3934 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley and 8762 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia's student athletes. A winning combination. GMC, we are professional grade.
Take care of this by the end of the day.
Sure, I'll take care of that. Done.
It's that easy with compliance. Compliance, we've got your back office.
City National Bank, where you can purchase or refinance your home with the no down payment Champion Mortgage. No down payment, no private mortgage insurance, no kidding. Visit your local branch to get started today. City National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. To learn more, log on to mortgage.bankatcity.com.
Compliance helped me lift 50 pounds by freeing up tasks like payroll, HR, and bookkeeping. I'm now free to do what I want.
With compliance, you can do what you want to do. Compliance, we've got your back office.
Hey, grab me one too.
Unlock the money already in your home at City National Bank. Consolidate loans or fund your next big project with a home equity line of credit with a great low intro rate. Visit your local branch to get started. City National Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. Learn more at homeequity.bankatcity.com.
And we welcome you back to Beckley Woodrow Wilson High School. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by the financial advisors of Edward Jones. You work hard for your money, so when you're ready to retire, or if you're just not quite at retirement yet and you're planning retirement sooner than later, you can dial up Heather Cantley at 304-254-9995 or Wayne Rhodes at 304-253-7335. Also, tonight's game is brought to you in part by Leisure Lanes, Johnstown Road in Beckley. It's not too late to sign up for their great New Year's Eve rockin' bowling. And boy, what a lot of fun that is. You can dial up 304-253-7328. They have about 10 lanes available, so you can call today and make your reservations. Well, Eric, both teams have now made their way out onto the floor. As we mentioned, the game will tip at 7:30 here at the bottom of the hour. Pikeview 3-1, Beckley 1-2. But, you know, Eric, after we get past the Christmas break and the holidays here over the next couple of weeks and we get into the start of the year, that's when all the teams throughout the state of West Virginia, not just these two, will have more, 2-3 games a week and more of a rhythm to, to their season. Not because now you might play a game or two like Beckley. They haven't played since Saturday and they have a long break, and then they're scheduled to play Capital on Monday, but I'm told that game may or may not happen. It might get moved off Monday. And if they don't play it Monday, it might be 2 weeks after tonight before they play again.
Yeah, and that's the thing. And you don't get any kind of rhythm, consistency. But a lot of coaches like to get that extra practice time, especially when you're dealing with a team that you're trying to, Beckley doesn't have a JV. It doesn't look like Pikeview have a lot of players
They
either.
don't.
So that could be a lot of developmental time for, for some teaching and fundamentals to get your girls ready to go.
And one of the things I think would, as far as this Beckley team is concerned, at the end of the year on December the 29th and 30th, they're playing in a tournament up in the Eastern Panhandle up at John Marshall. And obviously they're going to get quality competition. But I also think that's a good bonding time whenever you can take your team away from home on a trip like that. I think it's good for everybody involved.
Yeah, and that's one thing about basketball that you in the comforts of your own gym, you know everything, all the nuances of the gym. But you're right. Going on the road, I know they all say the court's the same size, the rim's 10 feet, but you just don't feel the same. And it's good to be, to be uncomfortable in certain situations, especially for a team, trying to grow together.
Well, I think more so in basketball, in my opinion, than any other sport. And I've said this from the greatest players in the world, from the NBA all the way down to elementary, that each team has two personalities, one at home and one on the road. And it is different. And I think, the good teams find a way to win anywhere, but they still feel more comfortable playing at home.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And that's one thing as coaches, you want to try to get you have to steal a couple victories, especially with seeding and everything, in your region and section, because you're going to have to win a couple games on the road if you want to, try to be that number one seed, to be comfortable in the springtime when it comes, or, in the late winter when it comes time to try to get to the state tournament.
Yeah, and here's another thing, too. The fact that you're getting out, as you mentioned, out of your comfort zone, not just by going on the road, but playing teams maybe you don't normally play, like in Beckley's case, because it's 4 hours away to John Marshall, maybe a little further.
Yeah.
It's good that you're going to play teams that you don't normally play, and you also may be able to scout teams that you don't normally, that even though you're not playing, that you don't normally see. So if you would play them at the state tournament in March, you at least have some kind of idea of maybe what you're up against.
Yeah, and you're exactly right, and that's a correct assessment, because that Jefferson, Martinsburg, John Marshall region, they make it to the state tournament, and if you get in, you could very well be matched up with it. And it actually happened in the boys' case last year when George Washington lost to Jefferson, who was a lower seed. And you know what Jefferson's doing this year? They're coming down to play in the southern part. You
Right.
know, so you guys, it's a different brand of basketball played sometimes, so it's good to get that different look.
And sometimes, you know, when these teams have battled it against each other, like a lot of these girls from Beckley, like the girls that got experience for Beckley against the girls that got experience for Pikeview, they know one another because they've been playing against each other probably since, you know, elementary, and it's good to play against somebody that you're not maybe really familiar with.
Yeah, it's really good to see how you measure up because, you know, each part of the state thinks that their basketball is the best. You know, the southern part really thinks that they own it. You know, when you get to the Morgantowns and then the central part of the state, everybody plays, like I said, a different brand of basketball, and it's good to have a measuring stick.
And, you know, speaking of Morgantown, I saw Beckley's boys head coach Ron Kidd here, and I know he's going to go home and watch it on television. That's what he always does, so we appreciate that, Coach Kidd. But the Beckley boys are going to do that tomorrow. They're going to make their way up to Morgantown, as is the Shady High team, and both Beckley and Shady here, two major programs from the southern part, one in Quad A, one in 3A, are going to go up and they're going to play University in Morgantown. Beckley will get University Friday, Morgantown on Saturday, and then Shady just the opposite.
Yeah, and it's good for Shady to do that because their nemesis that really turned into what we call a rivalry based on state tournament action is Fairmont Senior. And Fairmont Senior, I'm pretty sure, plays both Morgantown and University. So that's a good – coaches say they don't look and see what – you could tell your guys, well, we played that team and we did this and they did that against them because, believe it or not, kids look at that stuff. You know, a lot of coaches say they don't, but they do.
Well, it's a good measuring stick, too, to see how you fared against those teams and how your rival fared against those teams.
Exactly right. That's a measuring stick.
Both teams continuing their warm-up. The game will tip at the bottom of the hour. We'll take our second break and come back as you are watching the Beckley Auto Mall Dutch Miller pregame show, as we'll go to a break and come back streaming live here on Video Productions.
I'm Leanna Burnett, owner of Window World of Beckley. At Window World, we are proud to deliver exterior solutions that are beautiful, affordable, and guaranteed for life. We do things the right way. Honest pricing, no gimmicks, and thousands of satisfied customers. Call Window World of Beckley today at 1-800-NEXT-WINDOW and have your new windows, siding, and doors before winter. Window World of Beckley, family owned,
nationally known.
We won't raise your rates just because of an accident. Sure, everyone thinks they're a good driver. But when an accident happens, with Allstate, you don't have to worry, even if it's your fault. It's called accident forgiveness, and it starts the day you sign up. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Hey, my name's Paige, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the crispiness of the breading and the tenderness of the filet. It's tasty, it's warm, it's total satisfaction.
Hi, this is Tanya, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that warm bun, the perfectly seasoned chicken, and that pickle. Woo! I love it. There's a taste of my childhood in every bite.
Football season is starting and the all-star lineup of new Kias are here at Friendship Kia of Beckley. We have the playbook to help you score the big win on your new Kia purchase. We make sure you get the best price with almost all of our new cars priced at invoice. And don't forget, we have one of the largest selections of inventory to help find you that perfect ride. We have a roster full of non-commissioned sales staff and an any reason 7-day exchange program. So get off the bench and get a new Kia from your friends at Friendship Kia of Beckley.
We're dealing!
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us, New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us, New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our New Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And we welcome you back to Beckley Woodrow Wilson High School. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Modley's Plumbing and Heating. Of course, Eric, you never know when you're going to need a plumber until you actually do.
Yeah, you never know when something's going to spring a leak or burst, and you need Modley's to come bail you out. They helped me out several times.
And they've helped me out a bunch of times, too. And here's the easy thing. You can remember the number, 253-HELP. That's 253-HELP for the fine folks at Modley's Plumbing and Heating. Also, tonight's game is brought to you in part by the good folks at Infinity Co. Infinity Co. offers a no premium, no deductible health insurance with a dental and vision coverage. They also have a company paid life insurance, prescription drug coverage, and company matching 401k plan at United Coal. Well, with Eric Thomas, I'm Maris Lowry, the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, producing and directing. And we have Jackie Moon on camera. And, Eric, we're about 8 minutes away from getting the game started. Beckley is 1-2, as we mentioned. Beckley with their lone win, and it was a really quite decisive win, the one that they did win. They won it on the road, beating South Charleston 64-25. But they lost here to Princeton, a game that we did back on November 28th. They lost that one 48-34, and then Saturday they went to Cabell Midland, and they got knocked around pretty good. They lost that by 30, 60-30. But Cabell Midland is a really good team.
Yeah, Cabell Midland's usually in your top 5-6, teams in women's basketball in this state, and to get beat, knocked around, that gives you some film to watch and some things that the girls know they need to work on and see if they can improve from Saturday to Thursday night.
And, one of the best games of the girls that we did last year was in this gym, was a Saturday afternoon game with Beckley and Cabell Midland. They came all the way down to the final shot.
Yeah, and what a game it was. I thought it was a Saturday we did that
Saturday
game.
afternoon
Saturday
game,
afternoon, and that atmosphere in that game, it was amazing and back and forth. Real good, high-quality basketball game.
Yeah, it was late in the season, and there was a lot at stake for that. And it was a great game. And on the flip side, Pikeview, as we mentioned earlier, 3-1, their only loss on the road at Wyoming East. Wyoming East is a defending champion in their respective class, and it was tough. And Pikeview hung for a while, but then Wyoming East just took over. So really what Coach Rabin had mentioned to me, that here they are 3-1 and a great opportunity to get a quality win on the road here tonight against Beckley.
Yeah, and, this will be a nice feather in their cap to come up, the interstate and beat Beckley. And I think it's going to be a battle, but, we're going to get the keys to the game. But I think the thing that's going to make Beckley better is having, a player like Josie Cross, come back in this team. And not only does she help you offensively, but I think she helps you more defensively, with her, the way she rebounds and the way she can create steals and run-outs and easy layups. That's the way to fix bad shooting when you shoot layups.
Well, and another thing, too, Eric, I think the thing that Coach Neighbors is going to have to lean on his two most experienced girls, Sarah Hopkins. Of course, Sarah Hopkins is coming off of injuries, too. She's wearing braces on both of her legs where she's been banged up, and she had ACL tears on both legs. But with the inexperience that Beckley has in the backcourt, they're probably going to have to rely a lot on Josie Cross and Sarah Hopkins to help get the ball across the midcourt.
Yeah, my producer said I said Josie Wells, but Josie Cross is who I meant. See, she hadn't played,
right.
It's not like I don't know her name, but she's going to be a household name after this year. I'm predicting. Josie Cross really gets after it, and I'm just showing my fan side of it, but I just like the way she plays basketball.
Yeah, you got to appreciate the way. And also Sarah Hopkins, to be able, and I had mentioned this to Sarah, not tonight, but when they played Princeton, I'd mentioned it to Flying Eagle assistant Coach Henry, that it's just amazing that Sarah Hopkins is out there playing, and you'll see once the game starts for our viewers, those two big braces that she's wearing on both legs. I don't know how she even moves, let alone play basketball.
When you talk about Sarah Hopkins, you have to use one word, resilient. She is anyone not to have not one major knee injuries, but two, and to battle back and come out here, and what she gives you is effort. Like, she is on the floor. She's playing, 110% the whole time.
And on the flip side, Pikeview, they have a very veteran team. You know, Riley Meadows, she's just a junior. Seems like she's been playing forever. And you got Haley Justice, you got Kat Farmer, Brooke Kraft. You know, she's a senior. It seems like that she got a redshirt year and a COVID year. It seems like these girls have been playing together forever for Pikeview.
And that's what Beckley's going to have to battle, because there's a lot of things you can't replace, and one of them is a veteran team with a lot of quarters under their belt. And look for them not to be in awe or stunned by what Beckley brings. And I look forward a great battle tonight.
And that's one thing when you have a veteran team, as we talked about with Pikeview, playing on the road, you know, easy drive up here, you know, 40 minutes from Pikeview to get up here to Beckley. They'll be ready to go, and we're looking forward. We think we're going to have a really good game when we, you know, put the ball in the air for the tip at the bottom of the hour.
Yeah, and it's going to be a good game to watch, and I hope a lot of people tune in and listen to us call this one, because I think it'll go down to the wire.
Well, we're going to take our final Beckley Auto Mall Dutch Miller pregame show break, come back, get you the starting lineups, and get you tonight's game between 3-1 Pikeview and 1-2 Beckley. And we'll do it on the flip side here on Video Productions.
General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. You keep us going. Thank you.
Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia high school athletics and our area student athletes. Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall, with 2 locations for your convenience: 3934 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley and 8762 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia's student athletes. A winning combination. GMC, we are professional grade.
Dunkin' is here with your holiday helpers. Peppermint mocha and toasted white chocolate signature lattes. A touch of delicious holiday magic to help you seize the season. Sip through the holidays with signature lattes at Dunkin'. America runs on Dunkin'.
As a former college football player, I realized that sports-related injuries can happen real fast. Hello, I'm Dr. Gross. If your child or grandchild is dealing with sports-related injuries, or maybe you're dealing with something that just won't go away, call me today and I can help you get back on the playing field. To better serve you, see us at one of our 3 locations in Beckley, Whipple, and Sophia at the numbers listed below. So take care of yourself. You deserve it.
Massey Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
And we welcome you back to Beckley Woodrow Wilson High School. I'm Maris Lowry with Eric Thomas, the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins producing and directing, and Jackie Moon on camera. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you in part by Indoor Air. The good folks at Indoor Air is your Amana dealer, and for all your heating and cooling needs, you can call up Indoor Air at 304-890-2212. We appreciate all of our sponsors for making this possible. Well, Eric, we're coming down to about a minute before the tip. Beckley still in their locker room getting final instructions. Pikeview out warming up to the basket to our left. So what are your Beckley Auto Mall first half keys to the game?
I think for the Lady Flying Eagles, I think they have to find a way to knock down some outside shots consistently. I think they're fine, in the interior, especially with Josie Cross and Leilani Mans. I think they'll be able to control the inside game, but just be able to knock some consistent shots down outside.
And on the flip side for Pikeview?
And this is going to surprise you. I think Pikeview may want to run a little more, because this is not right now your typical Beckley team, and I think Pikeview with their guard play and two ladies scoring in double figures might try to get out and get some transition.
Well, and I'm sure you remember this. We had this same conversation when we did the Beckley-Princeton game. We know Beckley wants to play fast, but not as fast as what they normally have done. They just don't have the players to play the way they always have played. So Coach Neighbors has done a good job by, playing to the strengths that you have, not what he's had in the past.
Yeah, exactly right. He's adjusted.
So there's the buzzer, and we're waiting for Beckley to make its way onto the floor. The officials are set. The fans are set in the crowd. We are set here at Video Production. Glad you're with us. Pikeview is lined up, and we're waiting for Beckley to make their way onto the floor as they do now. Of course, Beckley will be wearing the home white uniforms, trimmed in maroon, and Pikeview will be in red, black, and white. And I think we'll have the introductions and then the national anthem after we have the introductions of the team. Or no, looks like we're going to have the playing of the national anthem first and then the introductions, as Beckley lining up here on the foul line and Pikeview on the bench. So we'll have the playing of the national anthem, and then we'll have the introductions of the players. We'll take a quick break and be right back after this on Video Productions.
Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia high school athletics and our area student athletes. Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall, with 2 locations for your convenience: 3934 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley and 8762 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia's student athletes. A winning combination. GMC, we are professional grade.
City National Bank, where you can purchase or refinance your home with the no down payment champion mortgage. No down payment, no private mortgage insurance, no kidding. Visit your local branch to get started today. City National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. To learn more, log on to mortgage.bankatcity.com.
Take care of this by the end of the day.
Sure, I'll take care of that.
Done. It's that easy with compliance. Compliance. We've got your back office.
Compliance helped me lose 50 pounds by freeing up tasks like payroll, HR, and bookkeeping. I'm now free to do what I want.
With compliance, you can do what you want to do. Compliance. We've got your back office.
Little General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. You keep us going. Thank you.
Unlock the money already in your home at City National Bank. Consolidate loans or fund your next big project with a home equity line of credit with a great low intro rate. Visit your local branch to get started. City National Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. Learn more at homeequity.bankatcity.com.
And we welcome you back to Beckley Woodrow Wilson High School as the players are being introduced. Beckley being introduced now for Pikeview under Coach Tracy Rabin. They will go this way. We'll go with Hannah Harden, Brooke Kraft, Kat Farmer, Haley Justice, and Riley Meadows. Both Justice and Meadows are averaging 12 points a game, the team's leading scorers. For Beckley, we've got Leilani Manns being introduced. So Leilani Manns into the starting lineup. Josie Cross, Sarah Hopkins. And trying to see who else we got into the starting lineup. Did you catch who I was screened out?
Addison Walker and Somalia Nelson.
So there you have it. Those are the starting 5. The opening tip of the ball game is brought to you by United Coal Company. If you want to work close to home, then you can come to join the team at Infinity and United Coal Company, and they're located at Sophia, West Virginia, which they've been in operation since 2011. You can also go to the Facebook page of United Coal. So we're ready to go. It's in the center circle for Pikeview. Will be, let's see, who's that going to be? Haley Justice. And we are ready to go, and it'll be Samalia Nelson will jump for Beckley. And, Eric, we are ready to put the ball in the air. It's in the air by referee Jay Rutledge, and Beckley will control the tip going to the basket to our right. So it looks like that right off the bat, Beckley want to get the ball inside. They get the ball down low. Leilani Mann's wide open layup, and she couldn't get it to go.
And that was a great pass by Nelson on the interior. Leilani Mann's not able to get the ball to fall.
So let's see. Looks like Beckley's going to play a little zone to start off with.
And this is one of those coaching adjustments as Beckley comes up with the steal.
Yeah, nice steal by Walker. Takes it to the basket, and it's an offensive foul.
Now, I think that was a great call. Walker initiated the contact. Good steal, but right there she would have been better off just stopping and trying to, get it up with a little short, sweet bank shot.
So that's the first foul of the ball game on Addison Walker. That'll be her first, team's first. And Beckley looks like it's like a 1-2-2 zone. And they got Sarah Hopkins at the top of that zone and Josie Cross out high on the top of that zone. Nice ball movement for Pikeview. They get it inside. The short shot's no good. They battle for the loose ball down on the floor. Good hustle by Beckley's Josie Cross, and the Flying Eagles come out of there with it.
Yeah, good transition right here. Is a nice cut and then pass down low. Nelson gets the easy two.
That's a beautiful pass for the easy layup. Nelson wide open, able to catch, shoot, and score for the first bucket of the ball game. Here's Pikeview with it. Working around, trying to find somebody open in that zone.
Right now, Beckley's good rotation on this zone, and that's the key.
Yeah, nice shovel pass in the lane. The little short shot doesn't go. That shot put up that time by Justice, and it doesn't go back the other way. Josie Cross, left of the lane, knocks it down.
And Josie Cross with a nice mid-range jumper as Beckley jumps out to a 4-0 lead here.
They get the ball inside. They thought for a minute, and then they turn it over. They were trying to get the ball inside to Hannah Harden as we watch Josie Cross knock down that mid-range jumper.
And the thing that I think that Pikeview is going to have to adjust, as they extend this pressure right here, but adjust to that zone is causing first three possessions some trouble.
And here's the thing that might cause Beckley some trouble with the inexperience they have in the backcourt, but they break the press. Josie Cross wide open for her second basket. Great execution by Beckley to break the pressure, and a nice pass by Leilani Mann's to Josie Cross for the easy layup.
And, the thing they did, they took their time. They didn't panic. You have 10 seconds to get it over. It's a nice move there, just not able to get the shot.
By Riley Meadows, a little scoop shot. She gets a rebound. Her shot's blocked by Nelson, and they go down to the floor. The ball is loose. Josie Cross comes out of there with it. Beckley with numbers. Josie Cross passes, trying to get the ball to Sarah Hopkins, and Beckley will turn it over.
Well, right there, good intentions by Josie Cross, but I think she took one too many dribbles, and it was a 3-on-1 fast break. The spacing right there needs to be a little better as, the trail defender for Pikeview helped mess that, the easy layup that would have been for Sarah Hopkins.
So here's Pikeview. They've yet to score. We're 2.5 minutes into the game. In this zone, I think you're right, Eric, is giving Pikeview some trouble.
Josie Cross with quick hands right there.
They get the ball down low. Nice spin and a turn shot. That's a nice shot by Haley Justice. You can see why she averages 12 a game. Little spin move into the lane.
Yeah, a nice feed into the post and able to get it up and in.
Leilani Mann's a low post. Tough shot. The ball rolled around the rim, wouldn't stay down.
Yeah, tough angle right there. I think Leilani Mann's would have been better off using the backboard right there for the easy two.
Yeah, kind of a lost start on that low block. Nice play by Pikeview, and the shot's blocked. They had a nice rotation getting the ball to Brooke Kraft.
Yeah, a little bit of contact, but I like the flow. This is a veteran ref crew right here, and, you got to come in strong or don't come at all. And nice, little body right there, but let them play through.
You got to play through the contact. Is Walker able to block the shot from behind? Here's Pikeview in the lane. There's Leilani Mann's with the block. That shot was put up by Riley Meadows, and a good job that time for Kat Farmer to get the bucket for Pikeview.
Kat Farmer was Johnny on the spot with the offensive rebound as Josie Cross spots up to knock down the three and rattles out.
Josie Cross had a good look. She dials up the three ball straight away, and it doesn't go. And on the held ball, the arrow will be pointing toward Pikeview.
And I think that's one thing that Josie Cross has really improved, over the summer, workouts, is knocking down the three. Good-looking catch and shoot, just wasn't able to get it down. And you know what? One thing I've noticed early on in this game, Beckley's seems that they've been getting the hands on a lot of rebounds, just not able to harness them.
So here's Pikeview with a chance to tie or take the lead. The 3-ball that time by Riley Meadows is no good, and Josie Cross comes out of there with it. Nice pass to Nelson. Nelson goes in, can't finish the layup, but Josie Cross with good hustle. Had it for a minute. Leilani Mann shots blocked from behind. It was good hustle by Beckley, but they couldn't get it to go.
Yeah, and that's one of those things you gotta play through the contact and let both teams play as Pikeview ties it up as Hannah Harden gets her first 2 of the game.
A nice finish and a timeout by Beckley. So, Eric, we've had a 6-0 run by Beckley to start the game, and then Pikeview answers with a 6-0 run of their own.
And basketball, Marist, is a game of runs, and you just got to be able to get a few stops defensively if you're either team, because right now they're evenly matched.
30-second timeout. We'll take this opportunity to thank Cracker Barrel. We appreciate Cracker Barrel being one of our sponsors. Cracker Barrel with delicious food, locations in Beckley and Princeton, the old country store of Cracker Barrel. So right now, Eric, through more than first half of the first quarter, like I said, just a game of runs. Beckley with the first 6, Pikeview with the last 6.
Yeah, and I think this was a good timeout because by Coach Neighbors, because the way the game was a little scattered and frantic. I don't think that's the pace he wants. I think he really wants to run when he can when it's given, but really run some offense and try to punch it down low to Cross and Mans and really eat on the glass and beat Pikeview that way.
Beckley's got a new player that's checked into the ball game, and that's Alana Ellis, a 6-foot sophomore. She's coming off of injury. She missed most of last year, and she missed the first game that we did this year.
Good high ball screen by Ellis there, and as she comes in, and Josie is really going to have to get rid of that. It was close to 5.
By the way, Alana Ellis is the great-granddaughter of the former great football coach here at Beckley, Pete Colacerto. It's good to see Pete and his wife Nancy in attendance here tonight.
It's always good to see Coach Cool in attendance. A Beckley legend. When you talk about legends, Coach Cool is definitely one.
So here's Alana Ellis with it now, and I said she traveled, and she did fumble the initial pass, and I think that's why they called the travel.
Well, I'll leave it to the official, but if we can look here on the replay, I don't think they could do that.
See, right there, she she fumbled the initial pass, and then I guess in the officials, the one that counts calls it a travel.
And we'll stick with it.
All right, so here's Pikeview with an opportunity to take their first lead of the game. But I do think that, as you mentioned, Eric, on top, this zone has given them some trouble, and shooting over the zone from downtown is Haley Justice, and it doesn't go. Here's Sarah Hopkins with it in the front court. Josie Cross for 3, and in and out, heartbreak. She had a good look. And, Eric, that's a great 3 on the transition for Josie Cross to spot up, and the ball was like it was halfway in. As we watched the replay, it just wouldn't stay down.
But also great passing, and I think if there ever was a walk right there on the pass, I think Ellis may have walked on the pass. But good transition, that's the best time to shoot a 3. 2 good looks. Josie Cross shouldn't get down because both of those were just in and out.
Carson Gunther has the ball now. She'll dial up a 3. She just checked in, and they battle for the rebound. It's loose, and Pikeview will come out of there with it. So Pikeview with the opportunity here to take their first lead of the game. Here's a shot in the left corner. That's too strong. And Ellis runs down the rebound.
Got transition. Look, could be a 2-on-1 here.
Nice pass for Josie Cross to Gunther. Puts up the shot too strong off the glass. Battle for the rebound, and it's a held ball. It'll stay with Beckley.
Yeah, stay with Beckley. And great decision right there by Josie Cross. That just shows her unselfishness right there, trying to get everyone involved, because she could either taken that to the hole strong and got the layup, but she's trying to get her teammates involved.
So Gunther will put it in play on the baseline. Gunner, I beg your pardon, as there's Ellis with a little short shot. The rebound comes out to Josie Cross. Josie Cross 3-ball. That's a little short, and it'll go out of bounds. I think maybe that time when she dribbled it, I think if she would have just caught it and shot it.
I think it threw her out of rhythm a little bit. Catch and shoot in rhythm, because that dribble sometimes it kind of second-guess yourself. I think catching it in rhythm. But I like to see her stepping out, and really expanding her offensive game.
Here is Pikeview shooting for the lead. The long rebound comes out, and there's going to be a Beckley foul. And getting to the line is going to be Riley Meadows.
And I think that's going to be whistled on Carson Gunther, and it is. That'll be her first, and the team's second.
So they're going to say that it was not in the act of shooting on the floor, so Pikeview will inbound there on the baseline. Hazelwood into the lineup for Beckley. There's a mid-range shot, no good. Battle for the loose ball. We got a whistle, and
it'll stay here. Jump ball.
Held ball, yep.
Pikeview, Maris, the thing is, Pikeview, this is their fourth possession trying to take the lead.
Yeah. So to inbound the ball will be Riley Meadows, and around the horn they'll work with this Beckley zone. Meadows open for three and shooting for the lead. It doesn't go. Hazelwood clears the rebound for Beckley. Ball's loose. Hazelwood runs it down. Josie Cross, a little baseline shot. Got the roll, and Beckley back out in front.
Nice little pass from Hazelwood.
Yeah, nice soft touch for Josie Cross on that right baseline, and Beckley back in front. Ball's turned over, or is it? Yep.
Yeah, here on the transition, Hazelwood got the ball right to Josie Cross in a good position where she was able to make an offensive move and get the easy two.
Yeah, nice little soft touch on the right baseline. Coming up on the 1 minute mark of quarter number one as Hazelwood gets the ball across the midcourt stripe. Here's Cross with it. Josie Cross on the drive. Spins. Nice looking shot and won't get the roll, but there's Ellis with the rebound, and it won't go. Alana Ellis had a really good look and just couldn't get it to go.
You know what I like about this game right now? You have to be strong on the inside. Good look by Ellis, but you have to be pleased with your bench play right now for Coach Neighbors. Everyone's coming in, and they look a little more comfortable and smooth in the offense.
So Josie Cross will have a seat. Sarah Hopkins in. Hazelwood thought about the three. Decides not to shoot it. They get the ball in the post to Mans, and it'll be a reach-in foul. And you know the one thing, Eric, and I think you would agree, I don't think Coach Neighbors will ever want Sarah Hopkins and Josie Cross off the floor together. You got to make sure if you're going to sub, one's got to be probably in the game at all times.
Yeah, you need that veteran leadership, and you need, their skill, their offense, and their leadership definitely out.
Here's Leilani Mans right of the lane, a little kiss off the glass and good. Really like the play. Nice entry pass by Sarah Hopkins, and Leilani Mans with a nice finish.
Nice little pump fake before she goes up and finishes. Leilani Mans around the basket. Good things happen.
So here's a three ball. It's good. That's a nice shot by Riley Meadows. And might be last shot time for Beckley with 15 seconds left in the quarter. Hazelwood actually went across the midcourt stripe, and they didn't see that.
Twice.
Last shot time. Hazelwood will take it. Nope, a travel. And actually, that's kind of poetic justice because she did go across the midcourt stripe.
Hey, like some people say, the ball don't lie. Right? Well, sometimes,
I guess the basketball gods have a way of making it work out, right?
That's correct.
So Pikeview now will get the last shot of the quarter with the final 4 seconds. Will they get it off in time? A deep three? Nope, I think she stepped out of bounds. She about made that, and that was Riley Meadows that missed it.
Yeah, but 1.2 seconds here. Beckley can get off a good shot here if they can get it to Josie's off the court right now.
Well, if they can get Sarah Hopkins there maybe in the front court and they can find her, they'll throw the ball deep, and now Pikeview's going to get the last shot because nobody touched the ball.
And they need to go back and check the –
yeah,
it should be 1.2.
It should be 1.2.
Because it was never touched.
Right, it was never touched.
It should be. I think they're going to put it back up.
Well, they need to because, it needs to be 1.2.
It should be 1.2 seconds. The ball was never touched.
Yeah, they're keeping it 0.8. You can still get a shot off in 0.8, but you're right, Eric. It should have went back. Here's a half-court try. It'll count if it goes, and it doesn't. And at the end of one, Beckley has a 1-point lead at 10-9. We'll be right back after this here on Video Productions.
I'm Leanna Burnett, owner of Window World of Beckley. At Window World, we are proud to deliver exterior solutions that are beautiful, affordable, and guaranteed for life. We do things the right way. Honest pricing, no gimmicks, and thousands of satisfied customers. Call Window World of Beckley today at 1-800-NEXT-WINDOW and have your new windows, siding, and doors before winter. Window World of Beckley, family owned,
nationally known.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us, New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us, New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
And we welcome you back to Beckley Woodrow Wilson High School with Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry, the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, producing and directing, and Jackie Moon on camera. The second quarter is brought to you by Modley's Plumbing and Heating, and you never know when you're going to need a plumber. And when you need one, here's what you need to remember. Modley's 253-HELP. And, boy, I've had to holler for help and dial help many times for the good folks from Modley's.
Yeah, and you know what? Not only are you getting help, but you're getting the best in the business when it comes to plumbing.
So we're ready to start the second quarter. Beckley with a 1-point advantage, and Pikeview will have the first possession of quarter number 2. Veteran official Jay Rutledge looks at us and says, are we ready? We tell him we're always ready, aren't we, partner? So here is Farmer with it. And Pikeview is yet to lead, and they turn over on the first possession. Here's Beckley, a possible run out into the lane, and we've got a blocking foul on Pikeview. And Farmer turned it over and committed to foul. And that was a nice take that time by Walker to the basket for Beckley.
Yeah, and I think she was bailed out a little bit, though, by Farmer committing that foul because I think Walker took the wrong angle right there. She had a chance to just go directly to the hoop for a right-hand layup and chose to take it to the middle as she knocks down the first of 2.
Yeah, this is the first free throws taken in the game. As Walker, as you mentioned, Eric, makes the first of 2. She'll now shoot the back end of the 2-shot opportunity, and she can't get it to go. She makes 1 of 2. Pikeview can tie with the 2 or take their first lead with the 3 ball. There's a nice drive on the right baseline by Riley Meadows. The shot's too strong, but there's a putback.
Brooke Kraft with her first 2 to tie the game.
Trying to get the ball inside to Nelson, and Beckley turns it over as Farmer comes out of there with it. Farmer on the move, down the lane, little floater's rejected. Nice job.
Josie Cross on the defensive end with her rejection. She's a stat filler.
And it'll stay with Pikeview. Beckley led as many as 6 points in the first quarter. Here's a little pass inside, a little short shot, no good.
Josie Cross again with her second block of the contest.
Haley Justice couldn't get it to go.
You know, with Leilani Manns out of the game, though, this is where it kind of evens out. Maybe Pikeview has the advantage.
Partner, they're running the clock when they shouldn't have been. As there's a little layup is sneaking in will be Brooke Kraft. And Pikeview has its first lead of the ball game, but they ran about 3 or 4 seconds as Sarah Hopkins dials up a 3 that shouldn't have ran because the ball wasn't put in play yet.
And now it's stopped.
Yeah, the clock is not running, and I'm not sure if they know. I don't think they do, and we're going to have to get the attention of the referee. The clock has stopped, and now it's running again. As maybe they were holding it to make up for when it ran. As back the other way comes Pikeview. Here's a 3 ball. Doesn't go. That 3 was put up by Harden, and Nelson comes out of there with it. Nelson on the move, attacks the basket. She probably should have shot that, and they leave it for Walker as Sarah Hopkins has it now. Down low, little short shot by Nelson and gets the roll to tie the game.
And Nelson gets her 4th point of the game. And right there, I think that you were correct, Bears. They shared the ball just a little too much. Nelson passed up the easy layup, but ended up getting the easy 2 on the feed from Hopkins.
So Beckley back in that zone. It's been a very competitive game here tonight, just like we thought it would be. Sarah Hopkins with the steal. Josie Cross with it. Beckley with a 2-on-1. Josie Cross into the lane. Little floater gets the roll.
Hey, nice soft touch, and that is the correct decision right there. You had a 2-on-1, but believe in yourself right there instead of passing it off and get the easy bucket.
And like you said, a nice soft touch as Beckley regains the lead with that bucket by Josie Cross. Into the lane, a little floater is short. That shot put up by Riley Meadows. They battle for the rebound. A nice putback that time by Haley Justice to tie the game. Kind of a little old school half hook that time.
Half hook.
So back and forth we go. Right now, maybe Walker dribbling a little much as they trying to get the ball inside to Ellis, and I don't think that was the possession that Coach Neighbors wanted.
Yeah, and Ellis did have position, but I think even receiving that, She'd have been too far under the bucket to do anything offensively with it.
So Pikeview working it around, trying to regain the lead. Here's a short shot on the baseline. A good look for Meadows, but she can't get it to go. There's the putback, doesn't go. Ball's loose. And there's a Pikeview foul, and the foul will go against Riley Meadows.
Yeah, Riley Meadows picks up the foul, and that'll be her first and the team's second of the quarter.
Leilani Mans to check back in. Pikeview for the first time tonight. Shrewsbury into the ball game for Pikeview, and also Hazelwood back into the game for Beckley. So very competitive game. We're all even. Coming up on the 5-minute mark here of the first half. Glad you're with us here on Video Productions. Nelson with it. Now Josie Cross will dial it up from 3, in and out. Heartbreak. Boy, how did that not go down? Good hustle by Nelson as Nelson and Farmer both hit the deck, but Pikeview comes out of there with it.
Farmer hit the deck pretty hard as Pikeview had transition, got away with maybe a little step there as Kat Farmer gets the loose ball.
Yep, she runs it down here in front of us. Pikeview with a chance to regain the lead. The ball is loose and out of bounds. It will stay with the Panthers of Pikeview.
Yeah, and good hustle on both ends by both teams, as you stated, as Pikeview is going to take, I think, a full timeout here.
We do have a timeout on the floor, and it will be a full timeout. We'll take it with them. Be right back here on Video Productions.
Game is sponsored by Brian Helton. Brian is running to represent you in the state senate. Brian is the conservative choice for Raleigh, Wyoming, and Fayette counties. He is pro-life and supports our Second Amendment rights. Brian Helton will work hard to make it happen. Paid for by Helton for West Virginia. Kayla Kessinger, Treasurer.
Take care of this by the end of the day.
Sure, I'll take care of that. Done.
It's that easy with compliance. Compliance. We've got your back office.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us, New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us, New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
And tonight's broadcast is brought to you in part by Leisure Lanes. Leisure Lanes right now, Johnstown Road. It's not too late to reserve your lane for New Year's Eve. Great family fun for all ages, 304-253-7328. Also by the great folks of Edward Jones Financial Advisors. You can dial up Heather Cantley at 304-254-9995 or Wayne Rhodes at 304-253-7335. Out of the timeout, Pikeview with the possession. They'll inbound in a tie game and a chance for Pikeview to regain the lead. But, Eric, I do believe this Beckley zone has given Pikeview a little trouble here in the first half.
Yeah, if you think about the Pikeview was scored in transition, this zone has really gotten,
They get the ball inside, and now they shoot for the lead, and they get it as Haley Justice gives Pikeview a 2-point lead.
And Haley Justice is able to get her 6th point of the contest.
So here's Beckley going with the high post to Mans, trying to get the ball down low to Nelson. They do into the lane, and we got a travel. Apparently Nelson did a little bunny hop into P-patch, and they turned it over.
Yeah, and I think defensively, Pikeview has changed. They're really denying the ball from Josie Cross as they're going to try to make someone else from Beckley beat them.
So here's Pikeview with it.
Hey, it was almost going to be a turnover.
Yes. Farmer didn't realize that she had to get the ball across midcourt.
She was going to stay back with her teammate tying her shoe, and it was going to be a turnover.
And the ball goes off the knee of Shrewsbury, and Pikeview turns it over.
Yeah, good defense. I didn't see who deflected the ball right here.
Gunner,
and it knocks it off the Pikeview offensive player to retain possession for Beckley.
And coming out of the game is Hannah Harden. Back into the game for Pikeview is Riley Meadows. So Beckley with the ball. 3.5 to go till halftime, and Beckley down 2. So here's Hazelwood with it.
Carry.
And, yep, you're right on it.
Got it on her hip.
Yep. So Beckley turns it over.
And that's what you can't have. That's an unforced error right there.
Yeah, you can't have those empty possessions.
Yes.
So back the other way with Pikeview with the ball and the lead. Working around the horn, trying to find the open shooter, and there's a travel.
Yep.
Shrewsbury,
Right
for a minute, when she first caught it, she looked like she had space, was going to shoot the three, and then she couldn't make up her mind, and then she turns it over.
Yeah, and just being, a little indecisiveness, and that's what usually happens if you don't make the split second, decision. You're going to, turn it over or walk something. Well, walk is a turnover, but you're going to make a mistake.
Right. Walker now back in the game as Hazelwood is out. Here's Gunner with it. Around the horn they go. Nelson getting the ball in the paint. They throw the ball back out. Here's a three for the lead. It's short. As Walker put that up and Farmer back the other way. Ball's loose. Nice steal by Nelson. And now no possession. What do we got? We had a held ball.
I got to
stay with Beckley.
Hey, can we get the replay of this maybe? This is the first time I've seen a held ball with two hands on the ball and 1 foot.
Yeah. Yeah. So Beckley has the possession. They'll inbound. A 2 will tie to 3. Will give them the lead. It's been back and forth here in this first half.
They're really denying the ball heavily from Josie Cross.
But Nelson able to take a pass. They went high post, low post, and Nelson able to take a pass and finish to tie the game.
And that's what you're going to have to do. If they're going to try to take a player out, that's going to leave, Josie can be a decoy. Josie Cross could be a decoy, and that could open as Josie comes up with the steal.
Yeah, as you were speaking, Josie Cross goes up, and she'll draw the foul and get to the line. So when you have good defense on one end, it leads to really good transition on the other, as Josie Cross with a nice place. We watched the replay here, and she can't quite finish, but that's a good foul because you don't want Josie Cross to score and foul.
Yeah.
If you're Pikeview, you want to make Josie Cross to earn it at the free throw line.
And that's going to be the second foul on Kat Farmer as Cross steps up to the line to make the first of 2. And that's three team fouls with 2:16 to go in the quarter. So if you're Beckley, you might want to try to be aggressive. And as Josie rims out, as Beckley they're 2 of 4 from the free throw line on the night.
Yeah, Josie Cross able to make 1 of 2. And here's Pikeview. Farmer for 3 in the lead. It doesn't go. Battle for the rebound. We got a whistle, a held ball. It'll stay with Pikeview as Alana Ellis will check back into the Beckley scheme of things. And let's see, Leilani Mans will have a seat.
And as you can see right now, it's big having Alana Ellis back for this Beckley team as she's really came in and battled.
There's a short shot put up by Haley Justice, and we got a foul.
I think that's going to be whistled on Carson Gunther. On Gunther on the reach in, and that'll be her second and team's first of the quarter.
So here is Pikeview to inbound. Here's a 3. That ball might have been partially blocked as it hit the front of the rim. And Josie Cross comes out of there with it and then throws it away. Shrewsbury with the pick.
Good steal. Bounce pass gets through there.
Here's Riley Meadows on the drive on the right baseline. It's too strong. And Pikeview comes out at the rebound. Farmer for 3. It's short. And hitting her head on the floor is Alana Ellis as she went up to get the rebound. And I was screened out. What's the call here? Going to be travel?
Yep.
So good hustle by Alana Ellis.
A lot of contact. I love how they're letting them play.
Yeah, I love how they play.
Inside, I mean,
hey, you got to be strong in this game.
That's right. I mean, you can't call everything.
3 ball from the near corner is an air ball. Nelson had it for a minute. Now she's able to run it down. And now she goes down to the court, and Beckley turns it over.
Yeah, kind of panicked once she got the rebound and a little trap on her and turned it over.
So it'll be Pikeview's ball, and it'll be Brooke Kraft ready to put the ball in play.
Both teams, scored pretty good in that first quarter, and it's been a struggle here to get the ball to fall.
You're right. It was 10-9 Beckley at the end of the quarter, and shooting for the lead. That shot is no good by Riley Meadows. But you're right. Each team is having a hard time, Eric, in this second quarter of putting the ball in the basket.
Cross comes up with another steal.
With the steal, a run out, and that's a nice pass, and Nelson draws the foul as the foul was committed by Brooke Kraft.
Well, that's great steal by Cross here. We're going to get the replay. Cross with the steal, gets it to Gunner, to Walker, and nice feed to Nelson, just not able to score the bucket.
4 players touched the ball that time for Beckley.
Without one dribble, right?
Yeah, and Nelson will shoot 2, and she'll make the first. We will see this Beckley girls team again Monday night. They are scheduled to play Capital. Now, I was told, Eric, that it's a possibility that they might move that game off Monday, and obviously we'll find out. But if they do play Monday, we'll have it for you right here on Video Productions.
Well, Nelson broke one trend for the Lady Flying Eagles. Up to that point, they had two players, one of two, not able to capitalize on the 2 free throws, and she knocked down 2 to take a 3-point lead here late in the second quarter.
So here's Pikeview with it off a ball screen. They get the ball down low, but good Beckley defense. Now Farmer thought about the 3, whips a pass inside. That was a great play by everything Pikeview, but Harden just couldn't finish the shot down low. There's Josie Cross with it. They find Gunner down low. Nice. She had great low post position, missed the first shot, got a rebound, and put it back up and in. The ball was just hanging on the iron, and it goes. And Beckley with a 5-point advantage here, coming down to last shot time perhaps for Pikeview in the final 15 seconds. Kraft on the drive, gets to the rim, lay it up and in.
Kraft with her 6th point of the quarter.
Plenty of time to get a good shot in the final 5 seconds, and Beckley turns it over. So now Pikeview looks like with 4.4 remaining in the half, will get the final shot here of half number 1. They'll roll it up. Beckley ought to pick them up and not let them get the ball that easy across the midcourt stripe. Kraft doesn't shoot the 3. They get the ball to Meadows. She puts it up, and it doesn't go. Beg your pardon. That was Justice, and she does not connect. So we're at the end of the first half. At the break, Beckley increased their first quarter lead from 1. They now have a 3-point lead, and Beckley leads 22-19. We'll take our second quarter break and then come back and get you ready for the Massey Power halftime show coming up next here on Video Productions.
Football season is starting and the all-star lineup of new Kias are here at Friendship Kia of Beckley. We have the playbook to help you score the big win on your new Kia purchase. We make sure you get the best price with almost all of our new cars priced at invoice. And don't forget, we have one of the largest selections of inventory to help find you that perfect ride. We have a roster full of non-commissioned sales staff and an any reason 7-day exchange program. So get off the bench and get a new Kia from your friends at Friendship Kia of Beckley.
We're dealing!
Little General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. You keep us going. Thank you.
Every bite better with Pepsi.
We welcome you back to Beckley Woodrow Wilson High School. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you in part by United and Infinity Coal. Apply for a job with Infinity Coal. You can apply online through the Facebook page at United Coal Company, or you can pick up an application at the Guard Shack located at Independence Road in Sophia, West Virginia. Also, tonight's game is brought to you in part by Indoor Air. Indoor Air, you're a Manna dealer. Indoor Air is a proud sponsor of high school sports here on Video Productions. For all your heating and cooling needs, you can dial up the good folks at Indoor Air at 304-890-2212. Well, Beckley scored the first 6 points of the ball game and took a 6-0 lead. Pikeview then answered by a 6-0 run of their own to tie the game at 6. Beckley led 10-9 at the end of the quarter. In that second quarter, the game was tied at 11. Pikeview took their first lead at 13-11, tied at 13, tied at 15, tied at 17. Then Beckley opened up a 22-17 lead, and then Pikeview got the last bucket of the half to cut the lead to 3. So at the break, it's 22-19. We're going to take a break, come back. Eric will go inside the numbers, and we'll have that when we return here at the Massey Power Sports Halftime Show here on Video Productions.
Power Sports is your one-stop.
West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer is a proud sponsor of West Virginia High School athletics and our area student athletes. Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall with 2 locations for your convenience. 3934 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley and 8762 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia's student athletes. A winning combination. GMC, we are professional grade.
City National Bank, where you can purchase or refinance your home with the no down payment champion mortgage. No down payment, no private mortgage insurance, no kidding. Visit your local branch to get started today. City National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. To learn more, log on to mortgage.bankatcity.com.
take care of this by the end of the day?
Sure, I'll take care of that. Done.
It's that easy with compliance. Compliance, we've got your back office.
Compliance helped me lose 50 pounds by freeing up tasks like payroll, HR, and bookkeeping. I'm now free to do what I want.
With compliance, you can do what you want to do. Compliance, we've got your back office.
Little General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. You keep us going. Thank you.
Unlock the money already in your home at City National Bank. Consolidate loans or fund your next big project with a home equity line of credit with a great low intro rate. Visit your local branch to get started. City National Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Learn more at homeequity.bankatcity.com.
And we welcome you back to Beckley Woodrow Wilson High School. At the break, Beckley leads Pikeview by 3, 22-19. Inside the Numbers, brought to you in part by Leisure Lanes, Johnstown Road in Beckley. It's not too late to make your reservations for New Year's Eve, and this is great for all ages of the family. They have 10 lanes available. You can dial them up at 304-253-7328 to reserve your lanes now. Well, for the Inside the Numbers of the first half, here's Eric.
Yeah, the difference in the game right now with it being 22-19 comes down to Beckley, and I said free throw shooting and size, Maris. They've been able to get to the line 6 times and cash in on 4 of those. They're being led in scoring by a strong all-around game from Josie Cross, as she has 9 points to lead all scorers, and Somalia Nelson has pitched in with 8. Pikeview has balance. They have Brooke Craft with 6, Haley Justice with 6, and their leading scorer, Riley Meadows, only has 3, but she was able to knock down the only 3 of the first half.
And at the break, Beckley leads by 3, 22-19. We'll take our final Massey Power Sports halftime break. Come back and get you ready for the second half, and we'll do it after this here on Video Productions.
At Access Health, we believe there's a difference between care and caring. We know you by name, and our 26 locations keep you healthy so that you can do the things that truly matter.
We won't raise your rates just because of an accident. Sure, everyone thinks they're a good driver. But when an accident happens, with Allstate, you don't have to worry, even if it's your fault. It's called accident forgiveness, and it starts the day you sign up. You're in good hands with Allstate.
As a former college football player, I realized that sports-related injuries can happen real fast. Hello, I'm Dr. Gross. If your child or grandchild is dealing with sports-related injuries, or maybe you're dealing with something that just won't go away, call me today and I can help you get back on the playing field. To better serve you, see us at one of our 3 locations in Beckley, Whipple, and Sophia at the numbers listed below. So take care of yourself. You deserve it.
Massey Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
Every bite better with Pepsi.
Dunkin' is here with your holiday helpers. Peppermint mocha and toasted white chocolate signature lattes. A touch of delicious holiday magic to help you seize the season. Sip through the holidays with signature lattes at Dunkin'. America runs on Dunkin'.
Well, we welcome you back to Beckley Woodrow Wilson High School with Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry. Jackie Moon running the camera, heavy hitter producing and directing, Mr. Nick Eskins. 3-point lead. So, Eric, put yourself in the locker room of Pikeview first. The visiting team are down 3. Coach Tracy Raven, what do you think she's telling her squad?
Well, I think she's telling them just to make some shots because early on in that second quarter, they had 5-6 chances to really take the lead, based off their defense. And I just knocked down some shots, and I think Pikeview will be fine.
And if you're coaching neighbors in the Beckley locker room, what are you telling your team?
I think you're going to have to really try to control the glass and punch it down low. And in the key moments, get it to Josie Cross and let her go to work.
Well, getting ready to start the third quarter, and that's brought to you by Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel with locations in Beckley and Princeton, the Old Country Store. Love me Cracker Barrel, love me some pig. And it's always sausage and bacon, not sausage or bacon. And you'll love the delicious food at Cracker Barrel. Well, Beckley led 10-9 at the end of the quarter, and now Beckley added to that lead, Eric, with a 3-point advantage. But a game played this tight, it really comes down to, I think the team is going to win is going to make maybe 1 or 2 more plays than the other team.
Yeah, and I think ball security too, because as the game gets late, those turnovers really, they matter the whole game, but in key moments late in this game, whoever protects the ball the best down the stretch will win this game.
So we're moments away of getting the second half started. It's good to say we do have some other media here. Dave Morrison is here. Rusty Udy from Elite Press. And last, but certainly not least, Heather Belcher is here from Elite Press. Says we're giving her props. So when she walks by again, I'll tell her we gave her props. So we're ready to get the second half started. Beckley with a 2-point lead. I beg your pardon, a 3-point lead. And let's see who will have the first possession.
I think it will go to Beckley based on the error.
I think you are correct. So Beckley will have the first possession to start the second half.
We didn't have to guess this time like we did the middle school game.
No, because they have an error. The veteran official, Jay Rutledge, ready to put the ball in play.
I'm going to bring an arrow with me the next
time.
Yeah,
well, I appreciate the official, Jay Rutledge, said at the games that he referees, they definitely have an error. All right, ready to go to start the second half. Beckley with the possession, and they're up by 3. So let's see what Beckley will do as ball went right between the legs of Josie Cross. She's able to get it. Walker will dial it up for a 3. Doesn't go. Leilani Mans has it. And another opportunity for Beckley. That shot is grazed the front of the rim, but they get the ball down low. Mans off the glass. It won't go. And another opportunity for Beckley and a foul. That's good work for Beckley on the offensive glass.
And Leilani Mans did a good job, as well as Josie Krause did, as she got her own missed shot, threw it down low, and just shoot it till you make it right here.
Yep.
But here's where the game can be won or lost right here if you don't cash in on these free throws.
So Leilani Mans will shoot a pair for Beckley. The first free throw is short. And you're right, Eric, that time they just shot it until they made it, or in that case, shot it until they got fouled. But as you mentioned, if you draw the foul, you've got to cash in at the line. And Leilani Mans, who really improved at the free throw line from a year ago, but she misses both of them that time, and the long rebound comes out to Brooke Kraft for Pikeview.
And that goes as an empty opening possession right there, so the foul didn't hurt. Pikeview.
So here's Pikeview with it, their first possession of the second half. And they try to get the ball down low, and the ball's knocked out of bounds, and it will stay at Pikeview. I think the referee just pointed the wrong way. He initially pointed toward Beckley, but then I think the right call was made. The right call was made to begin with, but he just pointed the wrong way.
Yeah, yep.
So Pikeview will keep the possession. They'll inbound under their own basket. They get the ball down low, off the glass and in. Nice play that time by Haley Justice.
And Haley Justice has her 8th point of the night. And she's really done work, down amongst the trees of Beckley to pull Pikeview within 1.
Here's Walker on the drive. Little floater's good on the right baseline by Walker.
And Addison Walker does a good job of the overplay on Josie Cross and takes it to the rack with the score.
Yeah, that was a nice little play, and that was a more difficult shot than what it may appear. Down low, Pikeview gets the ball right in front of the bucket. The shot's no good, but there's a foul. And Brooke Kraft will walk up to the free throw line and shoot a pair.
And I think that's going to be whistled on Josie Cross. It'll be maybe her first.
And you are correct. Her first, team's first. But a couple of free throws coming for Pikeview's
And this is the first free throw attempts, not to overtalk you, Maris, of the night, as Brooke Kraft has 6 points on the evening, and nobody's able to cash in on this free throw line.
And, Eric, we talked about the new rule where, you have 5 team fouls per quarter, then it starts all over again, and there's no one-on-one as the second one is good. And actually, I think that's helped because I don't think what any coach, fan, or us broadcasters, we didn't want a foul fest and people just shooting free throws all night, and that's why we've had very few foul shots, and I think it makes for a better game. 3 ball by Sarah Hopkins doesn't go, but Leilani Mans with the putback.
Johnny on the spot, Leilani Mans with the soft hands and the putback.
Beckley looks like they're going to extend the zone, and maybe they're going to go man-to-man. Nope, they're still going to play zone. Kind of like sagged into the lane. That's good defense, and Beckley able to turn them over.
You know why that was great defense? Because Leilani Mans was able to stay vertical and stand there and absorb, the hit, and this is just good defense. That's a good call.
Biggest lead in the game has been 6, and Beckley can equal their largest lead with a 2 or have their biggest lead if they can hit a 3. Being very patient, working the ball around. Trying to get the ball down low, which they do, and then nice defensive play by Brooke Kraft to deflect the pass. Here's Farmer with it. Pass right of lane. Nice block by Josie Cross.
Josie Cross with her 3rd block of the game, and able to do it with her offhand and finish on the other end.
Well, you got to like that, as you mentioned, Eric. Able to block on one end and finish coast to coast on the other, and now this 6-point lead equals Beckley's largest lead of the ball game.
And that's Josie Cross into double figures now with 11.
Pikeview getting the ball down low into the lane, and perhaps Mans got away with a foul on that.
She did. Definitely got away with the hacked and the act, and now Pikeview shooting it till they make it.
Yeah, Harden missed that 3, and here's Farmer with it now. They'll reset the offense.
And this is a big key possession right here at the 5:05 mark of the 3rd quarter, because no team's been able to really run away with it, and as Pikeview turns it over. And Nelson in the open court.
Nelson attacks the basket and lays it in for Beckley's biggest lead of the ball game.
Wow, what a dribble and what a stride. I've had a chance. Good timeout here by Coach Tracy Rabin.
So timeout on the floor. Let's see if we got a full or 30. We got a 30.
And going into we're going to stay here as we watch Nelson go coast to coast on the steal for the layup.
Yeah, while we're going to stay here, we're going to talk about United Coal. And United Coal and Infinity Coal, they operate a underground mine and a surface mine and a preparation plant and a high wall mine in Raleigh and Wyoming counties. If you want to apply for a job, you can apply for a job at Infinity and United Coal. So you can apply online on the Facebook page at United Coal Company, and you can also pick up an application at the Guard Shack located on Independence Road in Sophia, West Virginia. So, Eric, it's been an 8-3 run to start this second half, and Beckley with his largest lead of the game by 8 as we come out of the timeout.
And a good timeout here by Pikeview to really slow this momentum. And Beckley looks like they're going to extend this. Nope. They're going to drop back into that zone, which has been real effective. It's not broke. It's kind of a matchup a little bit, matchup zone, and they're playing it right now to perfection, and they're really talking. And that's the whole key.
So here is Pikeview out of the timeout. And what Beckley's zone has done is has pushed Pikeview's offense starting further out.
It's really made them start further out, and, they're kind of an inside-out team too.
Leilani Mans comes up with a big block. Beckley on the move. They got numbers. Josie Cross will dial it up for 3. It's a little short, and Farmer clears the rebound for Pikeview.
But Josie's able to get back in transition, but not fast enough. May have got away with the foul as Hannah Harden gets her 4th point of the night.
That was a nice pass that time by Farmer, and off the Beckley miss, Pikeview did a great job on the run out.
Yeah, and that's one thing I think the Pikeview's surprised, even me with, and I said this at the top of the game. I think their transition game has been really strong tonight.
Yeah, and they were able to get a layup out of that Beckley miss. Around the horn they go. Nelson with it. They try to dip it down in the paint, and it's a turnover. And Pikeview turns him over. Is that trying to get the ball to Mans inside?
And right on cue, Pikeview out of the timeout Strong pick as Farmer hits it over to Harden as she misses. Another jump ball, and it'll stay here with Pikeview.
As Alana Ellis will check in for Beckley, Shrewsbury checks in for Pikeview as we watch the replay. So the one thing about it, it's been a very physical game, and like you said, you got to be strong with the ball anytime you get the ball into the lane and attack the basket. Here's a 3-ball from the far corner, doesn't go, and the rebound comes to Nelson. That shot was by Haley Justice, and here's Josie Cross, a little short jump shot, and doesn't go, gets her own rebound, and the ball goes right through the hands of Walker as she took her eye off of it momentarily, and it's a Beckley turnover.
Yeah, and Ellis did a good job of, Josie gets the rebound, kicks it to Ellis, and is good, better, best, and first thing you have to do before you shoot it is secure the ball.
So here's Farmer taking her time, getting the ball up the court. Pikeview works it around, tries to get the ball down low. They do. Little turnaround shots blocked by Alana Ellis. And on the putback up and in, that's a beautiful play by Hannah Harden. And Pikeview turns them over, and we've got a travel on Pikeview and gets the ball back to Beckley.
And this was a hard shot right there by Harden as she gets it up and in on the scoop. Right now, I think both teams, it's gotten a little sloppy. Both teams probably a little tired the way the pace of the game is going.
Well, Beckley has outscored them 8-7 thus far in this quarter. It seems like the baskets, they've been hard to come by. Hazelwood on the dribble.
May got away with a
That's
travel.
a tough shot, and no chance for that to go in as Gunner doesn't make that shot successful. And back the other way is Pikeview. Shrewsbury into the lane, a little floater, doesn't get the roll, and the loose ball. They battle for it, and the arrow is in Beckley's favor.
Yeah, the smallest lady on the court, Lathina Hazelwood, able to tie up the big, and you make yourself small once you bring it down so those little guards can get those pesky little hands on the basketball.
So here's Beckley with it, trying to add to their lead. We're under 2 minutes for the third. Ellis hands the ball to Josie Cross down the lane, a little floater, doesn't get it to go. That's a shot that Josie Cross would normally make, and we have a foul on the rebound. It's going to be a Beckley foul, I believe.
And that's going to be on Gunther, and that's going to be her third as and the team's second.
So, with the new rule, you have 5 team fouls per quarter, and then there's no 1-and-1. It's all 2 shots, and then when we start the next quarter, it all goes back to 0. And like I said, Eric, I really like that how they adapt that. Inside the bucket is up and in, that time by Haley Justice. So Beckley's lead was 8 at 30-22. Pikeview's now scored the last 6. Hazelwood from the right baseline, it hits the back of the basket, and now Pikeview, Eric, with a chance to tie or take the lead with the 3.
Yeah, and right here, if you got to hold on now if you're Coach Neighbors as he substitutes in with a minute 24 as he takes out Nelson and Cross to get them some much-needed, break going into the fourth quarter, and he needs his young ladies out on the court to really either hold this lead, or stay even.
Like I said, Pikeview can tie with the 2, regain the lead with the 3. They were down as many as 8. They've scored the last 6. But this Beckley zone pushing them further and further out. There's a pass that's knocked out of bounds that'll stay with Pikeview.
And a great job by Addison Walker on the reversal. She's able to slough down and almost come up with the steal for Beckley.
So Farmer to inbound for Pikeview. And they will reset their offense, the Pikeview Panthers.
But I guarantee if you're Beckley, you're content with trying to stop them and have that 2-point lead going into the start of the fourth quarter.
There's a give and go, a little short shot into the lane. It won't go as Leilani Mans clears the rebound. And we're going to have a jump ball, and Pikeview will have another crack at it in the final 36 seconds of the quarter.
If there's one thing that Leilani Mans has to work on, once she gets the ball, she gets her hands on a lot, And she's going to have to extend those elbows.
As the way Eric's doing, elbowing the heck out of me and the heck out of our producer director, the heavy hitter, Nick Eskins. I'm like, Nick, what the heck's he doing elbowing me? Like, Eric did that years ago. We were doing radio. He was trying to show me about a foul. I'm like, what the heck you hitting me for? He elbowed me as he elbows.
Well, I was doing the
you was demonstrating.
demonstration.
Yeah. There's a shot from the corner, and here's Beckley out of there with the rebound. Walker on the move.
No numbers
right,
here.
Smart play. Ellis with the pass to
What a
Mans.
pass.
And a nice finish. You're right.
That was
Alana Ellis with a beautiful assist.
Great assist by Ellis.
And that breaks a 6-0 Pikeview run. Final 3 seconds of the quarter. Do they know it? Farmer has to get it off. It doesn't go, and that's the end of the third quarter. At the end of 3, Beckley leads by 4, 32-28. We'll be right back for the fourth quarter here on Video Productions.
Grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our New Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And we welcome you back to Beckley Woodrow Wilson High School. We're going to the fourth quarter. Beckley leads by 4, 32-28. And the fourth quarter is brought to you by Modley's Plumbing and Heating. You never know when you're going to need a plumber. When you do, here's what you need to remember. 253-HELP, and Modley's will be on their way to help you out. Well, Eric, Beckley had a 1-point lead at the end of 1. They had a 3-point lead at the end of 2, and now they have a 4-point lead at the end of 3.
Yeah, and the trend, if it's trending the way that you're saying, they could have a 5-point lead at the end of the game. A lot of 8 minutes to go, a lot of basketball to be played. You know what was key to I circled it here on my little chart. Coach Neighbors with 128 took out Somalia
124.
124 took out Nelson and Cross and was able to extend the lead.
There's a wild shot by Walker that doesn't go on Beckley's first possession of the fourth quarter, and Pikeview back with it. There's Kraft, rattles it in. That's a 2-ball, and that cuts Beckley's lead to 2. That's a good-looking shot by Brooke Kraft.
Brooke Kraft has been able to really come in since the second quarter and give them some offense.
Man's in the lane with a good look. She couldn't get it to go. Nelson battles for the rebound. The ball's loose, and wait a minute, what do we got?
I think it's going to be out on Beckley because Nelson touched the ball as she was standing out of bounds.
You are correct. And Pikeview with an opportunity to tie the game, or if they hit a 3, can regain the lead. As there we watch that play, and there you go right there. You are correct. So here's Pikeview trying to get the ball inside. They do. Justice's shot is blocked by Josie Cross, and then a Pikeview foul.
And that's correct call, impeded, and that's going to be on Brooke Kraft.
Yeah, there's the replay. Nice block by Josie Cross.
As you can see, Cross with her 4th block of the game, and that's going to be the first team foul, but a big foul on Brooke Kraft because that's her 3rd personal foul. And 7 minutes to go in the game, that could loom big down the stretch.
So here's Beckley with it. Walker on the drive. They cut her off, gets the ball down low to Mans. The ball's knocked free. Walker will dial it up from 3, and that's an air ball. And Brooke Kraft clears the rebound for Pikeview. Pikeview, they don't have numbers, so they slow it up, reset their offense. That was a smart play that time by Hannah Harden. There was nothing there. Kraft on the drive. They cut her off. Pikeview can tie with the 2 and regain the lead with the 3.
And here's where the game, late in the game, each possession matters. As Josie Cross was able to tip the ball.
Apparently she didn't. And it'll be a turnover. And right in front of us as we watch the replay, I'm not so sure. I don't think she didn't touch the ball.
She did not.
No.
Hey, once again, my eyes deceived me.
Well, the play happened right here in front of us, and it was a nice call across the way from Jay Rutledge. He was able to see all the way across the court what you couldn't see right here in front of us.
Yeah, but I was blocked.
Yeah, you're too busy elbowing me and the heavy hitter, Nick Eskins. That's what you were doing. Yeah, he won't be the heavy hitter with your elbows in him as they get the ball down low to Leilani Mans with a nice finish. You know, that's one thing, Eric, when they lead Mans to the basket and she can catch, as you mentioned, without using your elbows to catch it up high and go right to the rim, she's been very effective.
And Josie Cross does a great job of overplaying in this zone as she's done it defensively for Beckley tonight. You have to watch. She is sneaky quick with those hands.
Shrewsbury with a little baseline shot, doesn't go. Fight for the rebound. Justice puts it up for Pikeview. The ball's loose. They still battling for it, and it's out of bounds, and it'll stay with Pikeview. That was good hustle for both teams.
Great hustle by both teams Mans thinks it's that she ran the other way. She was like, I don't care what the refs called. I know I didn't touch that ball.
Yeah, trying to play like they do in hockey, 5 against 4, power play. And there's a foul. That's definitely a foul.
She had to get –
yeah.
I think they're going to whistle that on Mans.
Well, take your pick because Haley Justice got sandwiched in the lane. And you can call that on Mans. You can call it on Nelson. You can give a half a foul to either one of them.
Yeah, I'm going to see where they put it on the board here. We have Mans.
So it'll be 2 shots coming for Haley Justice for Pikeview.
And each team, this is only the third and fourth free throw attempts of the game for Pikeview.
And they miss it. And, you know, that's another thing, Eric. Now with this new ruling, as we talked about.
You got to cash in.
Right. You don't get as many opportunities at the line. So when you get to the line, you got to make them.
Yes. And that's a valid point you're making because, when you shoot as many as 15, 16, you can go 50% and get 8 points, but now You're right. You have to knock down the free throws.
But if you're Beckley, what just happened, you can't really have happen is they miss both and then they still get the offensive rebound as Pikeview.
An extra possession right here.
Now Beckley looks like they got out of that zone. They went man-to-man. There's a 3 put up and Nelson skies for the rebound and gets the ball out to Josie Cross.
Good job right here by Josie under control.
Walker will dial it up from 3. It's short. Josie Cross had it for a moment. Back the other way. Here's Pikeview with it. Shrewsbury tries to bounce pass it. Nelson knocks it out of bounds.
Good transition defense by Nelson getting back as it was a 5-on-4 basically. Well, 3-on-3 here.
But Nelson with nice hustle to get back and able to knock that ball out of bounds. Farmer to inbound. And
you can do that.
Yeah, it's legal. You can do that. Yep. So Riley Meadows goes back into the backcourt to retrieve the ball. Under 5 for the game and a 4-point Beckley lead. And Meadows will dial it up from 3. They left her open. She had a good look and couldn't convert. And back the other way come the Lady Flying Eagles.
And Riley Meadows came into this game averaging 12 points a contest, and she's had an off night.
Josie Cross had a good look. She couldn't knock it down. Nice hustle by Sarah Hopkins. I'm not sure. I don't think Sarah Hopkins has not scored tonight.
She hasn't.
Here's Farmer. Down low. It's blocked, and they'll have a foul, and I think they'll get Nelson.
Yeah, no, I think they're going to get Cross.
Well, let's see. Josie Cross thought she blocked it. Yeah, you're right. They're going to get Josie Cross.
Let's see. I think she got her with the lower body.
Yeah. They're going to get Cross maybe coming across.
I don't know about that.
Well, the ones that count, that's all that matters. And Brooke Kraft at the line to shoot a pair, and she knocks the first one down. Ellis back in, Gunner back in for Beckley. Pikeview's cut the lead to 3 as Mans will have a seat and Sarah Hopkins will have a seat. So here comes the second free throw by Brooke Kraft, and she got them both. Boy, she shot them well, like nothing but net.
Yeah, she's 3 of 4 from the charity stripe.
And now Pikeview's going to extend the pressure, see if they can turn Beckley over, and they do. So here's Pikeview with a chance to tie, regain the lead. Kraft. They get the ball down low. Spins. Oh, great block by Josie Cross, and they call a foul. Wow, Josie Cross is like, my goodness. And I don't think they called it on Josie Cross.
They called it on
Gunner. But Josie Cross was like, that's a clean block, and they did not call it on Josie Cross, I don't think. And I guess they did.
No, they haven't put it up
They
yet.
haven't put it up there
Josie
yet.
Cross had the
as the first free throw is no good. Not somebody, over at the scores table, they hit the horn when they probably shouldn't have.
Yeah, in the shot.
And that free throw was missed by Justice.
And Justice is 0 of 3 at the free throw line right now, and that's the fourth one on Carson Gunther.
Right. As like I said, that was a clean block by Josie Cross, but she did not get whistled for the foul as 1 of 2 is made, and it's a 1-point Beckley lead, and we have a timeout on the floor. Let's see if it's a full or a 30. It's a 30, so we'll keep it here, and we'll tell you about Edward Jones Financial Advisors. When you're retired like me, you can get ready, even if you're not retired like me, and you can lean on the financial advisors of Edward Jones. And through my retirement, they did a great job. I deal with both Heather Cantley and Wayne Rhodes, and they were able to get me through the of what you need to do when you're ready to retire about your financial planning. Heather Cantley, 304-254-9995, or Wayne Rhodes at 304-253-7335. Well, Eric, coming down the stretch, the final 4 minutes of the ball game, 4:01 to be exact. Beckley with a 1-point lead, and as I said earlier in the broadcast, I think it's going to come down to who can make one more play, 2 more plays than the other team, because we're at crunch time now here in the final 4 minutes.
Crunch time, and Pikeview's been the aggressor as they've extended this this pressure. They've gone to the free throw line 6 times and cashed in on 3.
Beckley does break the pressure. Sarah Hopkins with it. Walker traveled. Yep, that's a good call. She did.
2 steps.
I don't think she realized what she did. She caught the ball and took 2 steps before she made the pass. As we watched, that is, the replay right there. Yep. So here's Pikeview with an opportunity to regain the lead here in the 3:52 left.
Yeah.
As checking back into the ball game will be Hannah Harden. Shrewsbury will have a seat.
And Hannah Harden has 6 points on the evening. And right now, I think Pikeview trailing with 3:48 seems to have the old momentum on their side.
So let's see. Beckley back in that zone. They get the ball down low. Shot off the glass is too strong. Sarah Hopkins comes out the rebound, but it's stolen by Justice. She puts it up. Misses, got it back, put it back up and in. Nice play by Haley Justice, and Pikeview has regained the lead. Josie Cross in trouble in the backcourt and able to break the pressure. And here's the thing, Eric, as Walker dials up a 3, can Beckley handle the pressure that Pikeview was put on here in the crunch time of the final, coming up here on the 3-minute mark?
And I think that was an ill-advised shot right there by Addison Walker. She was left wide open, and I think Beckley desperately needs a stop right here, as Pikeview's going to try to get him out of this zone.
And they may have, as Pikeview now under 3 minutes for the game with the ball and leading by 1.
Yeah, I think they're going to try to get Beckley out of this zone. You're going to have to pick somebody up.
Yeah, it looks like they've done that. Looks like they're going to go man-to-man. Kraft has it now. Walker on her. Walker almost with the steal. So, yep, looks like, as you said, Eric, they're out of the zone. They're going man-to-man.
Yeah, but right here I think if you're Beckley, just overplay and be aggressive as the shot is missed.
Yeah, and Beckley clears the rebound. That was a good shot, though, that didn't go in for Riley Meadows. And Beckley with a chance to regain the lead, and they throw it away. So here's Farmer with it. We're coming up on the 2-minute mark of the ball game. And if you're Pikeview, I think you want to do what you did last time, Eric. Work the ball around, run clock, and see if you can get a really good shot.
Yeah, it's going to go down to the wire. And I think if you're Beckley, you're going to have to get up and really play some defense.
Yeah, if you're Beckley, you've committed 3 fouls. You've got to foul 2 more times. You're going to get them to the line. There's an offensive foul. That's a good job by Sarah Hopkins to take that charge.
You know what? You stated it. She hadn't scored a point, but that's big. This is big to get in position right here and take it in the chest and really turn the ball back over. And this is a key possession right here. And Pikeview's really not going to let Beckley get comfortable in their offenses. Coach Brian Neighbors takes a full timeout.
So takes a timeout, a full timeout. We'll take it with him. Be right back here on Video Productions.
At Access Health, we believe there's a difference between care and caring. We know you by name and our 26 locations keep you healthy so that you can do the things that truly matter.
This game is sponsored by Brian Helton. Brian is running to represent you in the state senate. Brian is the conservative choice for Raleigh, Wyoming, and Fayette counties. He is pro-life and supports our Second Amendment rights. Brian Helton will work hard to make it happen. Paid for by Helton for West Virginia. Kayla Kessinger, Treasurer.
Every bite better with Pepsi.
And we welcome you back to Beckley Woodrow Wilson High School with Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry, the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, producing and directing, Jackie Moon on camera. And Eric, during the break, we were talking that commercial break over the next 152. Who knows what will happen? And we're also talking about with Pikeview with a 1-point lead. Beckley has the ball. Pikeview's probably going to extend the pressure. But the foul situation, each team has gotten to the line 8 times. Beckley has committed 3 team fouls, Pikeview 2 team fouls.
Yeah, and both teams are 4 of 8 from the line.
So Beckley will get the ball in bounds. Pikeview will extend the pressure. Beckley trying to regain the lead. Beckley's turned it over the last couple times that they've had it. And as soon as I say that, they turn it over again. And then Josie Cross commits a foul. As good sportsmanship for the young lady there, Farmer, for Pikeview to come and pick up Josie Cross.
And that was a good foul by Josie Cross as they doubled her on the dribble handoff, and that was going to be a layup.
Well, yeah, and that's the 4th team foul, so the next Beckley foul will put Pikeview at the line shooting 2.
Yeah, but I think you would live with that because
you don't want to give, as you mentioned, you don't want to give up the layup at this juncture. And for Beckley, obviously you've got to get a stop here, and Pikeview want to maybe run a little clock, but make sure they get a good look. And down the lane, nice pass to Brooke Kraft. There's a little drive. Farmer on the baseline, doesn't go. Battle for the rebound, and it's going to be a foul on Pikeview, but that will only be the 3rd team foul, and Beckley will have possession of the ball with 1:24 left in the game and a chance to regain the lead.
Yeah, Pikeview faithful wanted a jump ball, but Leilani Mans clearly had the ball and was they were trying to tie her up by bear hugging her.
So Pikeview will extend the pressure. Beckley they've turned it over the last 3 times they've had it.
You need a high ball screen here.
Here's Sarah Hopkins for the lead. A 3-ball by Sarah Hopkins. Her first bucket of the game, and it couldn't come at a better time for Beckley. Approaching the 1-minute mark, and Beckley now up 2.
So the last 2 key possessions, 2 out of the last 3, Sarah Hopkins has come up big. She got a charge, and she made a 3.
Shrewsbury shoots for the tie. It doesn't go.
And now
Sarah Hopkins with the rebound. Here's Josie Cross with it. Cross will shoot a 15-footer in and out. Long rebound back out, and Beckley has it with the ball in the lead. Coach Neighbors wants a timeout to run some clock.
And Sarah Hopkins was able to tip that loose ball. So the 4 out of the last 5 possessions, as you see her knock down a 3 right here. And you know what? Your senior leader just takes a big shot and knocks it down.
We'll keep it here. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel with locations in Princeton and Beckley. The Old Country Store, love me some pig. I got to have me some bacon, and I got to have me some sausage. Love me some pig, no matter whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, the fine folks at Cracker Barrel. Also want to take this time to tell you about Infinity and United Coal. Apply for a job at Infinity Coal Company. You can apply online through their Facebook page at United Coal Company. You can pick up an application at the Guard Shack located at Independence Road in Sophia, West Virginia. Well, Eric, pretend that you are a fly over there and you are listening to what each coach is telling their team. First of all, for Pikeview.
If you're Pikeview, you definitely want to deny Josie Cross or Hopkins. You want to get it into the point guard, and that would be Addison Walker. And to not say that she's not a capable ball handler, but she's made a couple of bad decisions here late, so you want to put the onus on her. And if you're Beckley, you want to get the ball into Sarah Hopkins or Josie Cross out of this timeout, because the next foul you're shooting 2 free throws.
Right, both teams will be over the limit on the next foul. Both teams have committed 4 team fouls. Beckley, this may be the hardest part, is getting the ball in, and they do that successfully to Walker. We're in the final 40 seconds. The ball's poked free. The ball's loose. A nice steal. Farmer, she's fouled, and that's really all Walker could do, as Farmer made a great steal and draws the foul, and an opportunity for Pikeview to tie the game at the free throw line.
Yeah, and right here, good hands by Kat Farmer, and both girls battle, and this is not a bad foul here.
It's a great foul, because you can't give up the layup after you've turned it over. You've got to commit the foul and make Farmer earn it at the line. First free throw is good.
Nice and calm as Farmer steps up and knocks down the first one. And the first one's the tough one, Maris, that they usually say. The first one's a tough one, but this is the one.
If she makes it, Pikeview's, I can see Coach Rabin saying she wants a timeout if she ties the game, and she does, and there's the timeout to tie the game at 37. So we're going to keep it here. It's a 30-second timeout. Let me ask you this, Eric. I think Pikeview's going to put pressure on Beckley again.
Definitely.
So I'm with you. You got to get the ball into your more experienced ball handlers, either Josie Cross or Sarah Hopkins, and they might come with the double team. But I think unless you can get an easy layup for Beckley on a breakthrough, I think Beckley should hold it for the final shot of the game.
Definitely run some clock. And I think the key thing for Pikeview, if they don't get the steal initially, they better retreat back, because I think in transition, Josie Cross can really get loose and beat them or score a bucket. But I think you're right. They're going to extend the pressure, Pikeview, deny Josie Cross the ball, and try to make somebody else make a bad decision.
Well, like I said, unless Beckley can get an easy layup by breaking the pressure, if it's not there, I would hold it for Beckley and take the final shot of the game. We'll see how this unfolds in this exciting game. So it'll be Nelson to put it in play. And Pikeview looks like they're going to play man-to-man, and going to try to perhaps maybe a little trap here at half court. Let's see what they do. So they try to get the ball to Josie Cross, and they do just that. Shrewsbury all over Cross. Makes Josie Cross work to get the ball in the front court. Beckley working around. Man's at the high post. Josie Cross, 15-footer for the lead. Too strong, got her own rebound, put it back up and in. Josie Cross gives Beckley the lead. Beckley by 2. Shooting for the win perhaps, or the tie. There's a drive on the baseline. It's blocked.
A lot of contact.
Last shot. Will they get it off? They will not. And Beckley able to squeak out a hard-fought 2-point win, as Josie Cross able to get her own rebound. She missed the first one, got her own rebound, and there's the game winner off the glass, and Beckley wins 39-37, and that will send the home side, that'll send them home very happy, as Josie Cross able to deliver for the game-winning bucket.
Yeah, and you did the right thing. And if you're Coach Neighbors, you want your best player to have the ball with the game on the line, and Josie delivered because she stuck with it wasn't a bad shot. She stuck with the shot, got the rebound and the putback.
And Eric, what's really wild about this, I mentioned this earlier, Beckley led by 1 at the end of the quarter. They led by 3 at the half. They led by 4 at the end of the third. And you said, well, they're going to end the game winning by 4. Actually, it was 1, 3, and 4. Instead of going to 5, it goes to 2, and Beckley wins at 39-37. We'll take a 2-minute break, come back, and get you ready for the Pioneer Community Bank postgame show, and we'll do it after this here on Video Productions.
I'm Leanna Burnett, owner of Window World of Beckley. At Window World, we are proud to deliver exterior solutions that are beautiful, affordable, and guaranteed for life. We do things the right way. Honest pricing, no gimmicks, and thousands of satisfied customers. Call Window World of Beckley today at 1-800-NEXT-WINDOW and have your new windows, siding, and doors before winter. Window World of Beckley, family owned,
nationally known.
Hey, grab me one too. Football
Football season is starting and the all-star lineup of new Kias are here at Friendship Kia of Beckley. We have the playbook to help you score the big win on your new Kia purchase. We make sure you get the best price with almost all of our new cars priced at invoice. And don't forget, we have one of the largest selections of inventory to help find you that perfect ride. We have a roster full of non-commissioned sales staff and an any reason 7-day exchange program. So get off the bench and get a new Kia from your friends at Friendship Kia of Beckley.
We're dealing! You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us. New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us. New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
And we welcome you back to Beckley Woodrow Wilson High School. There's a shout out of very happy Beckley fans as Beckley won a thriller tonight as Beckley beats Pikeview 39-37. The game is brought to you in part by Indoor Air. Indoor Air is a proud sponsor of high school sports. For all your heating and cooling needs, you can dial up Indoor Air, your Amana dealer, at 304-890-2212. Well, it was a tight game throughout. Beckley's biggest lead was 8. Pikeview's biggest lead was 3. It was 10-9 Beckley at the end of the quarter, 22-19 Beckley at the half, 32-28 Beckley at the end of 3, and then Beckley wins it 39-37 as Josie Cross gets the game winner. We're going to take our first post-game break here on the Pioneer Community Bank post-game show. When we come back, Eric will go inside the numbers of this thrilling Beckley victory, and we'll do it on the other end of the break here on Video Productions.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our New Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Little General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. You keep us going. Thank you.
Massey Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
Grab the one thing that everyone's loving, and as it happens, they come by the dozen. Everybody loves it, and everybody knows it. Everybody loves a donut.
And we welcome you back to the Pioneer Community Bank post-game show here on Video Productions as Beckley wins a thriller. They defeat Pikeview 39-37. Josie Cross got the game winner, but for all the other individual totals, Eric, you have them inside the numbers.
Yeah, Josie Cross came up big. She only scored 2 points in that fourth quarter, Maris, but it was the 2 that counted to win the game. She finishes the contest with 13 points on the evening. Rounding out in double figures for Beckley, Somalia Nelson had 10. Leilani Mans played a good floor game. She had 8. And I must mention Sarah Hopkins. She only scored 3 points, and the Beckley only made 1 3-pointer the whole contest, but it was a big one in the fourth quarter late to give them the lead, and they were able to hang on. They shot 8 free throws, Beckley did, and they made 4. And on the flip side for Pikeview, they had 2 in double figures as well, as they were led by Haley Justice with 13, and Brooke Kraft had 11. Their leading scorer on the night, Riley Meadows, was held to 3 points, and she made a 3-pointer early in the first quarter. Was not able to score again. They were 6 of 10 from the free throw line as they were able to shoot 2 more than Beckley. And I thought it was going to be decided that way. Both teams evenly matched, 1 3-pointer each. Beckley just able to hang on for the victory.
And inside the numbers that Eric gave you are brought to you by Infinity and United Coal. Infinity Coal offers a no premium, no deductible health insurance with dental and vision coverage. They also offer a company-paid life insurance, prescription drug coverage, and a company matching 401k plan. And you can go online at United Coal on Facebook to apply for a job. So Josie Cross with the game winner. Beckley wins the ball game by 2, 39-37. We'll take one more break here in the Pioneer Community Bank postgame show. As we're getting close to Christmas, we'll wrap it up and then put a bow on it, and we'll do it when we come back here on Video Productions.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our New Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
At Access Health, we believe there's a difference between care and caring. We know you by name, and our 26 locations keep you healthy so that you can do the things that truly matter.
We won't raise your rates just because of an accident. Sure, everyone thinks they're a good driver. But when an accident happens, with Allstate, you don't have to worry, even if it's your fault. It's called accident forgiveness, and it starts the day you sign up. You're in good hands with Allstate.
As a former college football player, I realized that sports-related injuries can happen real fast. Hello, I'm Dr. Gross. If your child or grandchild is dealing with sports-related injuries, or maybe you're dealing with something that just won't go away, call me today and I can help you get back on the playing field. To better serve you, see us at one of our 3 locations in Beckley, Whipple, and Sophia at the numbers listed below. So take care of yourself. You deserve it.
And we got a great ending to tonight's game as Josie Cross able to get the game winner as we watch the replay here. As initially she missed the first shot from about 15. She goes and gets it, Eric, and able to get a little kiss off the glass for the game winner. And Beckley wins the thriller tonight, 39-37. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel, the old country store with locations in Beckley and Princeton. So with the victory, Beckley now, Eric, evens up at 500. They are 2-2. Pikeview will fall to 3-2. Beckley is scheduled to play on Monday here against Capital. We're told it's a possibility that that game might be rescheduled, but obviously if they do play on Monday, we'll have it here on Video Productions. We'll be on the air at 7:05 and tip at 7:30. So, Eric, before we say our goodbyes, your final thought of this very entertaining and exciting Beckley victory.
Yeah, Beckley was able to pull it out with great leadership, though, by, their 2 stalwart players, and Josie Cross, way to stick with it and get the stick back. And my hat's off to Pikeview, though. They really came in and battled, and we knew it was going to come down to a last couple of possessions, but Beckley was able to pull it out.
Well, we appreciate everybody for helping putting our broadcast together, and, of course, our fine crew at Video Productions, for our cameraman, Jackie Moon, for the the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, the heavy hitter, and for my partner, Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry, repeating the final score. Beckley defeats Pikeview on the game winner by Josie Cross. Beckley wins it 39-37. Good night, everybody.